Hey everybody, we're back. More Final Fantasy XIII. Yeah, seems right. Anyway, we left off last week after getting out of the tower. Now we're ready to continue towards Oerba Village. Which... I'm not going to say it should be fun, because I can't think of any reason why it should be. But, let's go. The home that Vang of Neilven remember is a beautiful place surrounded by flowers and nature, but the Oerba that greets them after their long, perilous journey is a wasteland covered in a layer of fine crystal dust. The hope they had been seeking vanishes like a desert mirage. Though they had turned their backs on their genocidal focus, the Lassie's brands have not stopped advancing, and each passing second brings them closer to the moment of monstrous transformation. Oerba, the last refuge of hope, is a hollow shell, devoid of life. They must continue on, they must follow the road to its inevitable conclusion. Go. Alright, let's do this. I did set up the paradigms, didn't I? Yes. Yes. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Well, that's a Seath. Oh, it spied me. You're good. I'm glad to hear that. It should be pretty simple.
Let's go.
There we go. Eroga has proven to be a worrying fact. No battle music, no victory music. Just over there. Wait a minute. Okay. What's next? I think this is the same. While we'll do this, there's actually something I want to talk about. There it is, that's what I'm after. Oh, this isn't the same as Axing, not vampire. It's worth considering for later if we have trouble. Possible item to help with necessary grinding. The real question is like, is the grinding going to be necessary after all the grinding I've already done? So I guess it's item to help with possible necessary grinding.
Let's wrap this up.
There we go. We're gonna have to finish this chapter before we can get it anyway. Oh, the windmill's still spinning. Oh, looking at that, it's probably a wind generator rather than any kind of mill. Yeah. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Yeah. Dragon's Ashter, with the right application, really has turned out to be very useful. Just having a full party is one of the best things for this game. And it's frustrating that the game holds that back from you for so long. So my hope with this is to have this finished possibly next week, but that might be a bit ambitious. I'm not sure yet. I forget how much longer there is left of the game. Pretty sure we're almost at the end of chapter 11.
Thank you.
But I forget how long chapters 12 and 13 are. And the biggest issue is, am I going to have to do some grinding for 13?
Thanks.
Come on.
Thank you.
Let's go. Do the taxing because it will go down faster.
Turn the tide.
Always take down the weaker one first, just to remove an extra source of damage. One thing you can really learn from Fire Emblem, even small damage adds up if there's a lot of it. That's one of the worst things you can have in Fire Emblem, where enemies keep attacking one of your dudes, and the dude keeps countering and killing those enemies with the counter, which frees up the space that was next to them so another enemy can come in and hit them in that one turn. Oh. That can get really nasty.
Turn the tide.
Especially if you're playing with permadeath. And it should be dead before we hit the cycle limit again. That whale is nasty. There we go. I want to get a better look at Cocoon because it does look like it's leaking something. And what is that that's coming out of the bottom of Cocoon? Is it water that's just pouring out? Okay, so that is on the way. Right there. Yeah, probably circle round about this way. Right. What do we got?
Which is your house?
What do you mean, which is ours? All of them. They're all ours.
Yep. Everyone in the village lived together.
One big happy family?
One heck of a lot of places to hang your hat.
Interesting concept.
We're back.
Wonder what happened.
So, you want to take a look around?
We'd better. Gotta find something to help us lose these brands.
That's not the only reason we're here. You're finally home. Make the most of it.
I'm surprised if there is actually anything we can get for that. Right, not down here. What's in the house? It's something I don't know. How dangerous is this going to be? I've dealt with this before. Got all of this information.
Take down the enemy.
Shame we can't launch it. pretty dangerous. It keeps hitting it with something it's immune to. You know what? That's probably not a bad idea. Double the heals and throw some buffs on, just a little bit of benefit. When it comes down to it, the main buff you really want at every possible opportunity is haste. Lightning. Lightning. I feel like I can be given 2 separate sets of information. Oh well. Anything in here? Grains of crystal sand show the inner workings of the machine. Whatever purpose it once served is no longer. Weird. Alright, penguins. Are they? No. Arm things. With birds. Okay, this immediately looks like it'll be nasty.
I appreciate it.
This immediately has turned nasty. Yeah.
How can it end like this?
Do the hand things go down quick? Is that the trick of this? Handy things? I hope so, because if we can demolish those quickly, then there's not really an issue. Looks like it'd be smart if it would be more active. Which would have been smart if you'd switched faster, instead of all having it posed again. But you know, what is substance without style? Damn it. Alright, just get through this fight. A little bit more. We're just gonna tear them all apart. You see, that's your big issue with like the large number of enemies. The damage builds up really quickly, which is why take out the weakest ones you can first, just so you're reducing numbers.
Follow my lead.
Didn't want that one.
Let's go.
I appreciate it.
Come on. Hopefully with these buffs active, we'll be able to take it down on the first round of stagger. Without having to re-stagger it. Alright, there we go. You know, I'm actually having doubts. Oh no, looks like we're gonna make it. Surprised. Close call though. Nothing back here. What about up top? Fill up sacks stuffed with tools for outdoor labours. One bears a tag claiming in the name of his former owner. Whimsically coloured boxes flank the Shadner's frame. Some young girls' treasure chests, to be sure. A pot of this size could feed a great many mouths and would have been used regularly for cooking or cooking. While not in itself the most luxurious of beds, the sound of fellow sleepers no doubt afforded some comfort to its occupants. Chocobo doll was likely a village child's fond favourite. Its well-worn stitches show evidence of repeated mending. It's interesting, this entire place looks weirdly intact. So what happened to the people? The disrepair could just be from being abandoned for so long. The people wouldn't have left and left all their stuff behind. Some kind of immediate extinction event, maybe, but leaving all the stuff intact? Hey, Sina. How you doing? Alright, take out the handy dudes. Oh, just a one. Cool. That's fair enough. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Pushing forward with Final Fantasy XIII. Yeah. I feel like that paradigm shift took longer than usual. And I got a little bit concerned there, because Zaz was almost dead. And I didn't want to have to waste time reviving him. You know, there's an interesting thought about this place. The question of what could have happened, yeah. What is the crystal sound? Ready? Go. Nice. Nice and efficient. Or as efficient as this game will let me be. And there's the quest goal. That's a lot of enemies though. That's a lot of enemies. That's one dead. Ugh.
How can it end like this?
It is kind of an issue that you have to add like an extra 5 seconds on top of any any first paradigm shift you do in a battle because of the posing that everybody has to do.
Thanks.
Well, hope's dead.
This battle is ours. Just like that.
Alright. Gonna play it that way. Let's play it that way then. Even then, still almost died. Jeez. That's a mission done. The warp point opened up. Alright. There's the goal. There's a save point, so that's probably a boss. Oh hey, it looks like some spam. Let's take care of that. Anyway, looks like in end of the location. So at the very least, there's probably a cutscene that'll happen there that'll move us on to the next point. The save point suggests that it's a boss fight, though. Okay, deal with these guys. Okay, and now do the buffs.
Thanks.
Thanks. I owe you. I owe you.
Thank you.
What do we got? Alright, and there we go. It should be the last buff. And switch it up. Tear it down. You shouldn't be allowed to just throw that out before the stagger meter's done. Alright, there we go. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake is on PlayStation Plus this month. As with the globe, apparently a model of Cocoon has been defaced with what one assumes are derogatory scribblings. Reinforced leather bindings allowed picture books and children's primers like these to withstand the attentions of their audience. School on the waterfront, eh? Traces of simple formulas are still faintly discernible on the blackboard. Must have been a classroom. Even amidst this desolation, flowers and their pollinators thrive. Only the region's human inhabitants appear to have vanished. Vanished seems to be the right word. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is on PlayStation Plus this month. I have picked it up now. And now it's available. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing it. I do want to do it on stream though. We're currently working through Final Fantasy VII on Sundays with Flynn. And my thought originally was to go through the entire competition and then eventually get to 7. Which would have meant at some point possibly a group viewing of Advent Children Complete, Dirge of Cerberus and then Crisis Core. Don't have access to before Crisis. Yeah, because Square didn't release it in English.
Let's go!
But now that we've got the now that I actually have Final Fantasy VII Remake playable as an option, I'm unsure if I still want to stick with that idea or just do 7 Remake soon. Of course, one of the big points of that is like we've got a bunch of stuff lined up. We're currently doing. We're doing 13, 7, Yakuza, Skies of Arcadia. We got Code Vein or East Origin coming up after this.
Thanks.
So if I am going to do it soon, like there's still a bunch of stuff to get through. And of course, there's the redeemed playthroughs that we have to get to. Chanson redeemed, Nocturne, Teak redeemed, Luna, Silver Star Story complete. Nocturne's going to take a while. I'm not sure how long Silver Star Story complete will be. Because I've never played it before. Alright, I've never beaten it before. I played it for like a couple of hours. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure when we'll get to FF7 Remake, but I am looking forward to it. Right, here we are. Door doesn't open. Hello. Good thing it's 3 captives and not 3 vampires, because that could be a bit of an issue. And then back to Tri-Disaster. Assault again. And another Tri-Disaster. And I might have to turn off redemptions for a while. Certainly redemptions for RPGs, maybe. Just because of how many we've got stacked up at the minute and how long they take. Something I have to consider. And what's up here? Okay, so this isn't the end point. Alright, still a ways to go then. What's this? Fuel tank, judged by the look of it, but any liquid left inside would surely have been run useless by now. And it's not like we have vehicles. Except our Eidolons, which we're not using to get around. Years of rust have tightly cemented the doors of these shipping containers. If they hold cargo, they do so with an unyielding grip. Take a walk across the bridge. Get those FF8 flashbacks. Of course, that bridge was better maintained. Go. And now for the flyers. You stop attacking his ass. Or not. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Anyway. Of course, there's also the concern of if I do turn off the RPG redemptions, the people who wanted some of those redemptions will just hold on to those points. And then we'll have a mass of RPG redemptions when I turn them back on. But that's just something I'll have to deal with. I don't know. The thing about me, I probably won't turn the redemptions off. Just have to make people aware that it'll be a while before we get to their redeemed game. Or start streaming more days. Alright, rock and roll. I am currently working on a list, a complete list of all the games I've got for people to use for specific redemptions that don't have a game already chosen. Like we got the redeem any game for any non-RPG for 15,000. And the idea with that is you could say a game and I'll probably have it. but the list would make that easier. Stuff on there. All the Sega stuff is on there, the Xbox stuff is on there. Wait a minute, not all the Sega stuff. I even put the Mega Drive stuff on there. I did the Sega CD, the 32X, and the Dreamcast stuff. All the Xbox stuff is on there, and the Super Nintendo stuff. PS2 is going to take a while on that. And the PS4. It's a work in progress. Fox appears to have controlled the railroad switch, though thoroughly rusted, it would likely break if forced. This wasn't a highway, this was a railway. I say as I'm walking on what is very clearly train tracks. You guys gonna attack or what? There we go. Jeez. Could put Code Vein or East Origin on the back burner for a little while to finish off Skies of Arcadia. I do have the Saturday slot open again at the minute. As well, since I cancelled Ninja Gaiden 2. Yeah, there's a bunch of possibilities for what I could do. I'm not sure how long Code Vein or East Origin are. I expect them both to take a while. Especially since East Origin has 3 stories to play through. And that's not even taking into account that they're both supposed to be difficult games. I know East Origin should be difficult. I assume Code Vein will be difficult because it's supposed to be a Souls-like. Because I was sick of its bullshit, Simon.
Thanks.
It had stopped being fun, and the design had just gotten to a point where it was just bullshit. I say stop being fun, it stopped being fun during the first session. But I continued it on for 2 more, and honestly just kept getting worse. The last video is up on the YouTube channel now, if you want to get the specifics of it. I just did not want to play more of that. We were about halfway through and it was just getting worse all the time. At some point I might do Sigma 2 instead, which is the version of 2 I've already done for myself years ago. Because I enjoyed Sigma 2, I remember enjoying Sigma 2. Whether or not that'll still be the case, question. But freeing that slot up again, I am thinking of bringing Skies of Arcadia back for the Saturdays. My main concern was that Chanson wouldn't be able to watch them, join us for the Saturday streams. But Chanson's been pretty busy with his own thing anyway, lately, so he's not been able to join a whole lot of streams to begin with, recently. We could take advantage of that and just knock out Skies of Arcadia. I say knockout, it'll still be probably like another 7 weeks. Especially since I decided I'll be doing a Vice the Legend playthrough. Which is probably going to be a mistake, but you know.
Ragnarok. Come day of wrath, O pulseless sea. Embrace thy fate, thine home to burn.
There.
That fallen souls might bear our plea to hasten the divine's return. O piteous wanderer, Ragnarok, make of this day a brave epoch. Deliver the divine, Ragnarok. What?
Sarah, how did you...
I was waiting for you to open your eyes. All the time I was asleep, I knew what was happening. I kept trying to think up a way to save Cocoon. Together.
Sarah?
The fuck out of here, Bartandalus. You creepy
I get
dick.
it now. There are no gods with miracles to save us. No matter where you look. That's why we have to call one. Destroy Orphan. We'll save the world.
Stop it!
You can't do that. You love me too much. You do, don't you, Claire?
Enough already.
Oh, that's playing a dirty card there.
Listen up. We are all shooting for the same goal here.
And the result of that is this.
You son of a...
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping Snow would succeed for that.
You betray your fal'Cie to chase after dreams and shadows. The world you claim to wish to protect now faces the end of days, with no hope of salvation.
I didn't think fal'Cie had the means.
Oh, it won't be fal'Cie who destroy her.
And of
For
course, the
centuries
offhand
now,
revelation
Cocoon
of
has
Lightning's
provided
real name.
generously for its human inhabitants every want and need. Coddled them, one might even say. The result being their deep-seated fear and hatred of change and all things alien. Fed, nurtured,
Which,
and
as a
ready to
fal'Cie,
detonate
you
at
could
the slightest
encourage them to
spark. The
change.
seeds of destruction take root, even now.
What did you do to Cocoon?
I resigned, appointing Reigns as Primarch in my stead.
But Sid was Crystal.
He's alive?
The puppet is restrung to serve my needs, yes. Its eyes had long since turned to glass. Of course, the cavalry's eyes will see our friend as nothing more than a traitor to their cause. They'll say the fal'Cie got to him too, or some such drivel. And imagine, when I spread word that it's Orphan tugging at his strings, what happens next?
And the
You gonna
cavalry
use
goes
the
after
cavalry to
him.
take the thing out?
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'll feign the howling of Pulsian wolves and let the fear-addled sheep slaughter themselves first. Either way, the end is at hand.
So, if we refuse to do what you
of
want and
yourselves?
destroy Orphan,
Do you enjoy
rather than
the
just finding more
festivities
compliant puppets,
Or
you'll just
perhaps
encourage everyone to kill each other.
All those lives. Take down the enemy.
It seems kind of dumb. Like, if you could do that, why not do that from the beginning?
Thanks.
shooting your lasers. Come on. This is a different fight. We don't already have the information that we got from the last time. Go. Bartandalus doesn't have his extra gun. Too easy to stagger, so there has to be a catch for this. Alright, here we go again. Replace this big toothy face with double faces. The old face had a lot of teeth. Yup. Quad faces now? Come on.
Take down the enemy.
I'd like to be able to destroy those faces since they all individually shoot lasers.
Destroy the world, despise
I know Bartandalus is talking, but I can't really hear him over the choir music and the various effects that are going on from the magic and lasers. Oh, there it is. There's the toothy face.
Can you endure this?
Bartandalus!
Do this without me. Come on.
Follow my lead!
Oh great, you brought this back. But it isn't as focused this time. That's good.
Not yet. This battle is ours. Thanks. Move on instinct.
I mean, come on.
Can you
Dude, you know how long it took putting all of those buffs on? It's just these rules. There it is.
Let's go!
Damn it, stop both in the end.
Thank you.
My hope was having two of the medics would mean, oh, is one of them stopped? Quick, use Essener. Have the other one use Essener.
Not yet.
Go again.
Take down the enemy.
I think we're about halfway now.
Follow my lead. Let's go.
I owe you.
You struggle in vain.
Oh. God damn it.
Just like
I
that.
can't heal Hope. Maybe you should either heal me specifically so we don't get a game over, or use Essener so I can heal. The entire fight. Gone. We have to restart the fucking thing. This is why I don't trust AI in serious battles like this. This is why we ended up stopping the Persona 3 playthrough, so I could get a modification that would allow me to control the party members. Because this just eventually
those
becomes
lives.
unbearable.
Bartandalus.
A fight that could have been won if it wasn't for that.
I owe you.
And it brings up again the big problem of game over being when your main character dies and nothing else.
Thanks. Thank you.
Follow my lead.
Let's go. This also brings up the point though, Bartandalus using Apoptosis, which removes all of the buffs, presumably debuffs that we throw on him as well, really brings up the point that I mentioned a couple of times previously. That Final Fantasy XIII, the closer you get towards the end, the more it just wants you to stop having strategy and throw caution to the wind. buffs and these buffs and preparation and all of it means absolutely nothing, because the actual right idea is to just run into battles and just smack the enemies until they're dead. That goes for the last boss as well. It's up to you whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Precious Sarah. Why did you do that?
Of course, the ability to just cast stop and how many enemies have had that ability so far is a bad thing.
Take this.
Oh, that's the entire party stopped.
And become simpletons. Perhaps this.
Thanks.
I owe you. Such marvelous strength. I owe you.
Again.
Can you conquer despair?
Alright, still start recasting those buffs.
The world waits for salvation. Pitiless.
Thank you.
Protect and Shell are both very much appreciated, as are Bravery and Faith. Seeing as it's casting those a little more, appreciate that.
Destroy the world with this light.
Here we go.
You struggle in vain. I owe you.
Move on instinct.
I owe you.
One of the big problems with letting the AI handle the heals is especially when you get to the point where everybody is almost fully healed, but you know, you could do with like a group heal. And the AI won't do that, they'll start healing them one at a time now. The AI is so far from efficient, and that can be frustrating.
Can you endure this?
Should you be allowed to do this while you're staggered? Because that seems kind of like bullshit. Come on. Like this. Come on. Stop getting knocked out of.
Your trials have just begun.
knocked out of range, which is really irritating. Okay, so queue up a set of abilities to do to a down character. Okay, so the first one is raise. Oh no, you've been hit. And the AI's idea is to just keep doing cure, because you've been hit and raise won't happen then. So cure a dead body twice. Okay. I have several questions.
Not yet.
Perhaps this.
Move on instinct.
Bravery and faith a little more often, please, Zaz.
Destroy the world that despises
We're about halfway. Little over halfway, maybe.
You struggle in vain.
Alright, everybody start healing. Pretty sure that is more spam, which means 2 lots of spam in the space of 1 stream, which is great because I haven't had any spam texts in a couple of weeks, and then 2 happen during a single stream.
This battle is ours. I owe ya. Follow my lead.
I don't like how Bartandless basically ignores the rules that we've come to understand. But then I also just don't like Bartandless as a boss or a character. So there is that.
Not yet. Let's go.
Come on, push it up, push it up.
the world waits your salvation.
There it is.
Can you endure this?
I don't like how when Bartandless moves his head up to do apoptosis, like lightning will jump up to catch it, and also just stay up there hitting absolutely nothing.
Take down the enemy.
That's kind of dumb.
Thanks. Careful now.
Try to just begun.
We're gonna die for the exact same reason.
Just like that.
Alright, buffs clearly pointless here since he's going to keep removing them. Which means you two don't need to be in my team. Especially you. But I could do with a second medic, probably have 3. I could do with another commando. It's stuff like this that makes me think this game would really work better if it had a four-person party. And I wish these menus were more responsive. And I forgot that Fang doesn't have Ravager. Alright, let's see how that goes. I'd like to have 3 commandos in the team, but that creates the issue of 1 medic. And that's not a good idea.
Follow my lead!
Let's start this and see how well this goes. Does apoptosis remove the debuffs? Also fun to note that debuffs cast whether they stick or not. Okay, use the stagger meter. Which I like. Okay, so within the space of 1 stagger session,
I'll deal with you.
we've got Bartandlers down to 4 faces. So you know, I'm gonna say good work on the saboteurs. Let's throw some more of that on. Oh, great.
Not yet.
Okay, lightning field. Actually get those heals off on lightning would be nice, appreciate it, thank you. There we go. Better. Okay, and do a couple of wrestlers.
Move on instinct.
them to the face. Do it.
Can you endure this?
Apoptosis does remove the debuffs.
Take down the enemy.
This really is Shin Megami Tensei level stuff. I feel like it's not often you find bosses in Final Fantasy that will have an ability that will remove both your buffs and their debuffs. Come on.
You can do it!
Try just begun.
And that's
Take
that.
down the enemy. Oh, yeah? Bartandalus!
So something I hadn't really been considering up until now. Final Fantasy XIII is, at this point, very much after you switching party members to suit the occasion.
Follow my lead!
Something I hadn't properly been considering.
Don't give up!
It was very much worth considering. Would you please just
Don't give
stop
up!
playing game?
Fulfill your focus and save your precious arrow.
It's like, oh, one system isn't working, try a different system. Change your party members, there's no cost to it. You'll come out with a completely different battle style because of that. And that might work better for you. And it's interesting to consider.
You can do it! Thanks.
Of course, the big issue is, unlike stuff like Final Fantasy X and Persona 5, you have to do these shifts outside of battle.
Don't give up! Oh, Bartandalus!
Okay, and build the heals up again. I think taking it in that context, the battle system does get better, although it does still have issues. Maybe this is another one of those things that's improved from the sequel.
Struggle in vain.
You can do it! Not yet. Thanks. Take down the enemy. I'll deal with you. Bring it home!
Really hate trying to anticipate the AI for that kind of thing.
Let's
Alright, let's
go!
go. We're almost down.
Take You could do it!
Can you endure this?
Bring it on!
Let's apply those debuffs just so we can, I think, throw a little insult at Bartenderless as we defeat him. I think that's reasonable. There we go. Bitch. Starium expanded, level 9. Which means that's the end of chapter 11. Quick, shoot him. Attack him, do something.
The time has come. Allow me to extend my invitation. To save a people beyond salvation, there is only Ragnarok. Cocoon suffers. Release her from the pain.
I feel like getting on that thing is probably the dumbest thing we could do. Yeah, what's this one?
So, this is the end of the rainbow, huh? Well, here's hoping the pot's full of tips on dealing with crackpot Fal'Cie.
You know, I don't remember this being here before. I guess it's new, huh?
Remember the railway
must be.
being in ruins before?
I suppose it might be a record of what happened.
We've not been here for hundreds of years.
You know, after we turned to Crystal.
Was Oerba just littered with Seath stones before you left? Oh, so why isn't the owl playing in the background? Like, the owl is currently a plane
Cocoon,
right over there.
where the slaves of Lindsay dwell, is the enemy of all life fostered by Pulse's sacred hand. So our Fal'Cie determined Pulse's will, chose l'Cie, and gave them a focus. Become Ragnarok and bring about the
It's
end
also
of
really
Cocoon.
weird that this is giving us information
And so
when
the
none of the
beast
previous
arose,
ones have done this.
defeated Lindsay's hateful Fal'Cie, and prepared to tear Cocoon apart. But her providence betrayed our l'Cie, draining Ragnarok of strength. Their focus only half complete, the l'Cie were taken to the enemy's land by Bartenderless, curse his name. And the goddess said, l'Cie who rest upon Cocoon will reawaken, however long they may wait. And Ragnarok will rise again, to tear the land from its seat in the sky. Her word is absolute.
Okay.
Guess the jig is up.
Does that mean people
Cocoon's done
don't
for,
turn to
isn't it?
Crystal
Yeah, you don't sweat it.
on
If we go
Pulse?
ahead and smash Cocoon, you know some make sure to roll up and save the day.
As long as Fal'Cie are around, this fight is never gonna end. So let's finish it. Let's get Daisley.
So what do we do about Orphan?
We help Orphan. What else can we do? If we can manage to keep it safe.
Another war breaks out somewhere down the road. We're l'Cie. It's not like we can make people stop fighting.
Lightning, you told me on Cocoon. It's not a question of can or can't. We just do it. That's our only choice this time. Maybe it won't do much. Maybe only one person will listen to us. But even then, isn't trying better than doing nothing?
Because ripples can make waves.
Okay, kids have gone crazy.
Revolutionaries always get cold crazy.
When I was on
Well, it's a
Cocoon,
plan.
I wished on those fireworks. I wished to not let anything happen to Cocoon this time. But I shouldn't have wished for that.
Because fuck Cocoon.
Wishes aren't enough. Prayers either. This time I'm making a promise. I will keep Cocoon safe. I promise. No matter what.
I guess it takes losing everything to make you see how much you have to fight for. Huh.
And we're the only ones who
I
can
really
do it.
didn't expect
right?
Vanille to be the
Right.
one to come out and say thoughts and prayers aren't good enough.
Yep.
All right then. Let's tie up loose ends.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's back on the ground. Alright, but the Crystarium's expanded, so let's see how far we can get with it. This is not going to be far at all. Look at that. Okay, so the inside is all 12,000. While the outside is all 18,000 per. I do want Army of One though, I remember that being a really good attack. Check out Medic. Reset all enemy and ally ATB gauges, cancelling pending actions. That sounds like a case of, yeah, we know that your allies are going to be a problem, so here's an ability to make them stop doing what they're doing right near the end of the game. And also not all that effective as an idea anyway. Like that. Because you can't see what your allies have lined up. Well, that's that. Ravager. Everybody should hopefully have enough to fill in the inside. And then we'll start working on the outside afterwards. There's like strength 28 for 12,000. Or we can do 18,000, 16,000 here and 16,000 here. Get 20 and then another one. I feel like the stat boosts will come quicker if we do it like this. And then work for the slower ones. I think this puts us in a better position. Is basically what I'm saying. What is this one? There you go. Vanille's Death ability. Very low chance, but it does affect a bunch of stuff, like the Adamantoise. The recommended way of grinding in this game is to have Vanille just cast death on it until it dies. Recommended way for grinding in post-game. When you're after doing all the missions. What's that? I win because Fang is 13's Dragoon. That's a good one to have, actually. And Saboteur. Oh no, where's this? Peril, which I think Vanille already has. And stop, go. Alright. Not quite enough. No new abilities for Hope as a Ravager. Anything new as a Synergist, that could be useful. There is something, what is it? Haste. Hope having haste will make him way more useful as a Synergist. It's the only thing Zaz really has over him. The Synergists, they both prioritise different things, that's not a bad idea. Zaz seems to buff offense while Hope buffs defense. But Zaz comes out on top because he gets haste earlier. We give Hope haste, towards the end game, Hope ends up coming out better because the defense buffs just work out cleaner for us. $20,000, really? God damn it. What's this? Sovereign Fist. Damage varies by situation? What does that even mean? Blizzarga, Waterga. If over here, no. Stopka. Everybody gains Stopka, but everybody gains Stopka in different places, which is weird. Alright. And last but not least, Zaz. Ruinga, which probably won't. I didn't want to actually go that direction yet, jeez. Just Ruinga? Interesting, that must be Zaz's unique ability. In Ravager rather than Commando. Alright. And Synergist. Now if Zaz starts getting defense buffs, that will put... There it is. Puts him above Hope. There's Synergist. Zaz can just do it all himself. Hope doesn't have access to the attack buffs. Not yet. Alright, and that is everything we gained for everybody. Since we stopped grinding. Alright, let's go. Nowhere else to go but up. One thing I do appreciate is that you still gain CP even after the Crystarium is as full as it can currently be.
Our minds were made up.
So it's not wasted CP. I do like that.
We realized along the way that choice was the only thing we had left. Maybe we'd fall short. Maybe we'd never even come close. But someone, someday, would know we'd tried.
You think the fact that this entire game is basically a linear hallway is supposed to be symbolism of how the characters have no control over their own fate? No, that's probably bullshit. Yes, I would. Chapter 12. Oh, Sid.
Your Eminence. It is time. The people await your address.
Hey, how you doing, Cat?
And so, we greet the new dawn.
And the puppet's eyes are but glass.
People of Cocoon, my fellow citizens, we have survived the twilight and gather now to welcome the dawn of the day on which we decide our fate. Many are the lessons we have learned during our long night of hardship and sacrifice. And now we face choices. Choices which must be made as our hearts dictate and not abandoned to uncaring chance. Let us forge ahead with unflinching courage and honor the fallen with action. With these hands, we shape the future.
Seems weird having a dress like that before a race.
Yes. What the?
Odin!
Ah, yeah. Don't need it there to get this far.
Close call. And the hero saves the day.
Probably should have covered that.
Well, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Intruders on the race circuit. Confirm host was safe. All units respond with lethal force.
Hi there. Cut him off!
We're not even going to pretend that Alexander can turn into a vehicle.
Now!
You dead!
You first!
No idea what the point of this is, but it looks cool.
Stop that! I said stop that!
Block this!
Odin!
It is really hard to follow the action here. Which I suppose is a problem Square would continue to have as they continue making movies.
Let's go!
I have no idea where anyone is in relation to anything else. He asked nicely. Oh, it's gonna make me fight with the Eidolons.
Trample us! Hiya! Yeah! No time to waste! Yeah! Hiya! Trample him!
And
The
Setsuken.
storm is here! Until next time.
Oh, come on, I staggered it. This is why you shouldn't let the AI decide your paradigms for you. It's given me two of the same paradigm, the only difference is who's the commando. Which isn't helpful. How you doing, Cat?
Thanks.
Keep a cool head.
I'll try it like this. Yeah, I think Snow's going to make a better commando for this, while I'll make a better Ravager. Doing good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Desperately trying to like this game despite the fact that it keeps pulling shit like this. This fight is harder than it should be because the game has not given me control over the party or the party setup. Which is dumb. What do you got? But we're on our way towards the finish line. This is the penultimate chapter. Of all the enemies to not give me control over my party lineup and paradigm setup, why something like this that can do shit like that? Because that's just irritating. I get the feeling it would be faster to just die, so that it forces the game to let me choose the setup. Probably should do that. Yeah. Because this is going nowhere fast.
New strategy. Thanks.
Let's try it like this. Neil, if you would like to do some debuffs, that would be nice. Vanille, if you would like to do anything at all, that would be nice. Thank you, Vanille. It's an interesting design choice to follow up what's supposed to be a big triumphant sequence of the return to Cocoon, and everybody using their eidolons together with a fight like this.
Thanks.
You know, which immediately just crashes the pace into a halt. It's a weird choice to do that. Alright, only 48% more to go.
Here we go!
It's just so hard to defend this game sometimes. Even when you're actually enjoying it, it goes and does stuff like this, which can't be defended. This is just boring.
You asked for it.
How's Cyberpunk going, Cat? Might as well talk about something. How's Cyberpunk going?
Thanks.
This is a terrible paradigm set. Hey, Clem. How you doing, buddy? Just in time for the boring part of the stream. Yeah, we did bartender too. I had to change up the entire party because Hope wasn't cutting it. Now we just gotta look forward to Bartenderless 3. The Sorcerer. I'll be doing better when this fight's over. And look at that. All of that just to build up the stagger meter so you can end it really quickly. When I left Odin, the stagger meter was full, and then it just decided, no, stagger meter's gone.
What's that sound?
I'm gonna go punch the sun.
Say again, Patrol, and speak clearly. The armies of Pulse, they're using transgates! Transgates? How many coming through? Numbers unconfirmed, but it's a full-scale invasion. Eden's being overrun.
Well, I didn't bring any more than 6 people to the party. Oh, I just cast death on the Adaban twice, it'll be fine. You don't punch the sun in Bayonetta, you just punch God into the sun.
Eddie, protect Eden!
What are they? They're not from Pulse.
Where'd they come from?
What are those things?
Sit, my boy.
An army of creatures is attacking the city. It's a Pulse invasion force. Your Eminence, we must evacuate.
I'll be honest with you, Cat, it's not a spoiler. You don't have to worry about it.
still reigns. Is this the
Could be
Cocoon
for
you dreamed of?
Bayonetta 2.
My dream is but a fal'Cie's fancy now. End it.
Honestly, looking at the dude, he looked like a lot like Noctis from 15.
What's going on out there?
It looks like the cavalry's made their move.
There's more to it than that. They're saying Eden is crawling with pulse nasties.
Which we somehow didn't
Fresh
notice.
off the ark, I'd wager.
This is out of control. What'll happen to Cocoon?
Yeah, who cares?
It's all out war.
Did we cause this by coming back? Or Tantalus' prediction? It's all coming true.
Please, prediction.
His
He did
future
this.
stops right here. We're the ones who decide what happens next.
Let's get moving.
Right.
Okay.
I predict after we're done here, I'm gonna go and use the bathroom. Prediction, no, I'm making shit happen. Done. Alright, immediately let's change all of this. Yeah, let's see how that works. I want a commando edit, and I want diversity. There we go. Seems reasonable enough. And a little more work on the Crystarium. Sovereign Fist. That doesn't sound like the technique of a good guy, I don't think. Really, was that it? And highway. Oh, looks like we've got some lines we can take. Too bright in here. Let's go save the day, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Make the day worse. Let's go do something. Any items? No. Weird that they choose now to expand the linear maps like this and not actually lead anywhere. There we go. down. Speaking of Bayonetta, at some point I do want to get back to the history of stylish action thing that we were kind of not really doing. We're going through chronological order for that. The next game up is DMC Devil May Cry, which isn't a bad game. Honestly, I don't have a problem with doing that. Just speaking of Bayonetta, like, it's going to be a while before we get to Bayonetta 2 for that. Okay, there is an item there. There's, DMC Devil May Cry, then I think Metal Gear Rising. Then I think Bayonetta 2. Yeah. And then I guess Devil May Cry 5. Unless I start looking into stuff and trying to find other stuff that we could call stylish action. Oh no, not disconnect from Xbox Live on a single player game that I didn't really care about being connected to the internet for anyway. Game's still going. Lionheart. But because of the way the upgrade system in this works, Lionheart could not possibly be as good as what we have now. But if I was to throw a look, that would probably very easily overcome this. Like, Gladius is at level 13, but the difference between the two is less than 100. Or it's the same for everything else, I guess. Orticler stronger. Quick stagger. It doesn't really matter, who cares? I don't think I can even re-access Xbox Live for the 360 through this menu now. I guess it's a good thing I was focused on playing single player. Do I want Relentless Assault? Pretty sure I don't want it where it is. Reorder the paradigms.
You asked for it.
Ah, so you do. Thanks, Clem. It says we're connected. I don't know what else we can do. Thanks, Clint. That's good to know. I hope Status doesn't do anything for any Xbox 360 games. Like make you reset anything around. I don't know. Okay, so if that's the goal, is there anything over there? Doesn't look like it. It's too late, Clem. You see what you've done? Too late. I was about to make a joke about this being the rest of the stream, and then it actually did connect. Alright. Oh, that's what Select does. It brings up the minimap. Or back on the Xbox 360 controller, I guess.
Okay.
I think
don't know
on
about this.
Xbox One it's Navigate or Share. They call it something different.
We could fly.
We can jump.
Huh? What are you?
Nothing to it! See you ground side.
Wait a minute. You're all crazy.
Don't want to get left behind, do you? Just remember, don't drop the gizmo.
Bang!
When did we get these?
This thing? Okay!
That looked like it didn't slow the descent at all. It's like Lightning had the gravity thing early on, and then I think it got busted, and she never used it again. Because I think it got busted.
Warn me!
That's how they get around on Cocoon.
That's how light gets around.
Let's go.
I can believe that Lightning knows how to use them.
Right.
We never saw her tell anybody else how to use them. Alright, more linear corridors.
Are we gonna fight?
Let's go! Come on. You think these guys leveled up while we were gone? I'm gonna take a slight guess and say no. Oh yeah, I want to reconfigure the paradigms. I always forget that. I always forget to do stuff after battles in this. It's not even just this, I forget that in general. I remember I forgot about a bunch of stuff like that in Digital Devil Saga. Yeah. Screw you, 46 seconds isn't fast enough. We're like 10 dudes. Yes. Yes, that's better. I mean, if I'm not going to have Vanille use her Saboteur abilities, I might as well replace her with anybody else. Thanks to Block Angel? Alright, there we Yep. You know, maybe I'm spoiled by other games, but I feel if you were going to call any class of enemy an Archangel, it'd be a little more impressive than just a dude with a gun. Alright, here come the doggos. Is this where it starts? Is this where enemies running through you starts, knocking you into the air and cancelling your entire attack chain? Because that's frustrating. And something you have no defense against because you can't move out of the way. Lightning was having a spot of trouble there. Which is okay though. Once again, doggos proved to be more challenging to beat than people. Yeah, let's push the Crystarium a little more. That's not all of this done yet. The cost of these is frustrating. 16,000 each. Alright. A little bit of boosts for everybody.
Move! Through here! Station secure! Cavalry, stand down! Eden's under our jurisdiction.
Am I really gonna get caught in the crossfire of this? And Sarah, like, again, maybe I'm spoiled by other games, but I feel like if you're gonna call anything a Sarah, it should be a little more impressive than that. Here we go again. Boost it up. And one more. So let's just keep doing thunder because that way we don't have to chase it. Especially since the goal for this bit isn't to do damage, it's just to raise the stagger meter as quickly as possible. 10 out of 10. See, even the game thinks so. Nothing over there. I hope the cavalry doesn't mind us joining them. Cavalry? Oh, this isn't a vehicle, it's an elevator. Is it? This is the problem with sci-fi sayings. When you don't explain anything. As far as I know, they could have been teleporters.
So the cavalry's here to,
They're here for Orphan. If it's close to the Fal'Cie Eden, they're probably headed for the heart of the Sanctum.
Right. And if they destroy it, bad things are gonna happen.
So long, Cocoon.
Then we better get there before they do.
And destroy it before they do.
Let's move!
Oh great, they brought more behemoths. So I'm just gonna do this.
Thank you.
Honestly, the less I have to screw around with the behemoth, the better. The happier I'll be.
Thanks.
A little more accord, please, Zaz. Oh, Hurl definitely isn't as damaged as it used to be. Behemoth King, not King Behemoth. Is this one of those subtle distinctions where this is actually a way weaker version, but they call it something similar to make you not notice? I feel there's no way King Behemoth should have gone down that fast. Let me check this actually, because I want to know. It's like in Dragon Age, anytime you come up against enemy Darkspawn that's called a Grunt, it'll die in like 2 hits, because it's specifically designed for that. It is not. That is actually a Behemoth King, and a demonstration of just how much stronger we are now. So that's nice.
We're never gonna make it.
Not with an attitude like that, we won't.
Rock and roll. nothing behind us. Save point in front of us. Let's go. Based on how quickly we took out the behemoth, we should have absolutely no trouble with Orbons if they are exactly the same as they were on both. Because Orbons were less of a problem than behemoths were.
That's how it's done.
Alright, let's get moving. Oh look, more of them. Can they set off fireworks? In March? Yeah, that was almost a problem. So that's them. Yeah, I'm hopeful we'll have this done next week. That'd be nice. Oh, no, disconnect front, so it's live again. Whatever will I do?
You asked for it.
And tear them apart. Alright. Bit of a boost. Oh, the frame rate's dying on the Crystarium. Weird. Everybody's getting stronger, bit by bit. Three-way fight with Orobons and a King Behemoth. Standard rule applies, take out the weakest first. generally just because you don't want to be dealing with anything alongside a behemoth. Plus, these fuckers can cast slow and stop, which you don't want. Take care of those. Getting a bunch of frame rate drops here. Kind of weird. Like that one and the one on the Crystarium was probably bad enough for you guys to see it on the stream. That's not an internet issue. Stream hasn't really lost a huge number of frames today. I'm seeing 0.0% of frames. It's been long.
Keep a cool head. Thank you.
One thing that's really noticeable is just how much less damage Hurl is doing compared to previously when we were fighting King Behemoths on Pulse. Because Hurl was a problematic attack on Pulse.
Thanks.
And there we go. Maybe it's partly down to having protect on. It's unfortunate that it hurled me at that specific instance. Because otherwise we could have taken it down before it was able to fully pull the spinning blade out of its head. And thus get a full heal. Is it going to stagger before we just kill it? I feel like it won't. Definitely a point with how crazy high the combination of Behemoth's stagger meter and stagger resistance is. That you will probably kill it before you end up staggering it, which was true on Grand Pulse as well. I think what we're going to do now is we will hit the next save point and we will call it for the night. I don't want to be doing an extra long stream today. Yeah, just dealing with the behemoths on Grand Pulse is such an issue.
Don't believe it. Pulse finally attacked.
How are you supposed to find them?
Oh, it's only one of these things. Yeah, the combination of its stagger resistance... We have fought this thing before, good. Stagger resistance plus stagger meter, or chain resistance maybe, I don't know what you call it. Like how slow the stagger meter goes up on Behemoth. Makes them a real pain to deal with during your first time on Pulse. I say first time, we're not going back there, but you do have the option to go back there once you've finished the game.
Thanks.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not as bad as the that boss we were fighting when you came into the club. That thing that we couldn't do any damage to. All we could do was very slowly fill up its stagger meter. With a party that had just been pushed on me. I couldn't edit before we did that. And I couldn't do anything with the paradigms before we started that fight. So, you know, it wasn't a good situation to begin with, and then it made it worse. And like that entire fight was basically just keep throwing attacks at it until it staggers. And it was boring. It's weird that we're not just jumping over this debris.
Attention all SciComm personnel. Eliminate all Pulse threats and protect Cocoon.
Great, more of the doggos. Oh, it's only 2 this time, that'll be so bad. Rock and roll.
I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
This is very nice for me, thank you. There are always dogs to kill, you just have to look in the right places. Shit further. There. Nothing over there. Dogs and people. This one can be a little nastier. Oh, I still have the claim shout out, so let me turn that off. Yeah, I forget to turn it off after Sunday streams. And sometimes we get to turn it on during the Sunday streams. Fine. Do I have gas in that? I do not. Absolutely no gas. Army of one. Yeah, that was cool and everything, but the showiness of that meant that the stagger meter went down before we could properly fill it, which was kind of an issue.
You asked for it.
Here we go!
Okay, and another Fiora. Oh, it's Lino! I knew that was gonna happen. Stop that, thank you. Lino, how you doing, buddy? Clem, can you give Lino a shout out, please? I'll text in Japanese. That's fair enough. I wasn't sure if there was anything different with the time Rockman 2 came out. It's like with Castlevania 3, there are significant differences between the English and the Japanese, but the Japanese also has the benefit of making use of a different sound chip, which produced higher quality music, which the NES couldn't do. I'm sorry to say that, Lino. We're doing okay. Making our way towards the end of this game. Oh, I wanted to change that. My hope is that we'll finish this next week. Yeah, for those who don't know, Lino has currently been working through an Ocarina of Time randomizer seed. And if you've ever seen any of those, it can be interesting. That's fair enough, Lino. Thank you for the raid. And I hope you enjoy your food. But yeah, Castlevania 3, the Japanese version, makes use of the extra sound channels. That's a new behemoth. The extra sound channels that the Famicom had, the NES didn't. On top of difficulty changes, because the NES version was made harder. For no good reason, honestly. Proto Behemoth. I wasn't sure if Rockman 2 had any differences. If you had access to any kind of emulation solution that you could stream from, I would suggest to mix it up doing the Wily Wars. But you don't, so it's kind of unfortunate. I think the Wily Wars is ultimately inferior to Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3 on the NES. But it's worth going through at least once, if you're a Mega Man fan. And you know it. Yeah, it's worth going through at least once. Maybe do it on your own time, since you can't stream it. Because Mega Man The Wild Wars is a remake compilation of Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3 on Mega Drive, or Genesis for you guys. Worth noting, if you're gonna look for a ROM for it, maybe spend a little bit of time trying to set it to 60 Hz. Because the only English ROM you'll find of it will probably be the European release, which will run at 50 Hz, which will be slower. But visually, it's not great. It's got some slowdown. It has an issue in the first Mega Man in Wily Castle, where 2 ammo pickups don't respawn when you leave the screen, which can potentially screw you if you've used all your Magnet Beam. But it's kind of interesting to go through. You might like some of the Genesis renditions of the Mega Man themes. Mega Man 1's soundtrack I don't think was done really well. 2's isn't bad, 3's is better on the Mega Drive. I think, like, I'm not saying the original soundtrack, like the original Mega Man soundtrack wasn't done real well. The original Mega Man soundtrack's pretty good. It's underrated as far as the series goes. But, yeah, the work done on the soundtracks of the Mega Drive isn't great. Mixed bag. But then when you finish all 3 games on one save file, you unlock Wily Tower, which is a really cool thing, where you go through 4 or 5 stages, I think, with 3 new Robot Masters that are really designed more like Mavericks, which is kind of weird. No, it's 95, so it would be after Mega Man X came out. But the really interesting thing of it is, you get to choose 8 weapons. Any 8 weapons from the first 3 Mega Man games, and any 3 items. So you can set yourself up with Item 2 from Mega Man 2, Magnet Beam from Mega Man 1, a Rush Jet from Mega Man 3, and just break everything. Which is really fun. Metal Blade, Elect Beam, Shadow Blade, and then basically anything else, because those 3 will do you. It's a cool idea, and it's something that I'd love to see again. With like an option of more Mega Man games doing it. But that kind of thing I feel like would only be done by fans, like the Streets of Rage remake. Which, if you're into Streets of Rage, you should look into. It's really cool. There's like 100 levels in it. It is unbelievable. Anyway. That is going to be it for us, from us for today. We've got about just under the usual length of time anyway, so it's not been a short stream that much. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Nicole, Sina, Klim, and Kat, and Lino. And of course, super special thank you to Lino for the raid. We gave Lino a shout out. He's a super cool dude. If you haven't seen the stream, I recommend checking him out. He's a really cool dude. Does a lot of variety in the stuff that he does. He's currently working his way through Ocarina of Time Randomizer. But there's other stuff he's done recently, like he was doing Star Wars Dark Forces on PC, which was really cool. What we were doing before that, but I feel like it was interesting. But Lino does a lot of variety. He's worth checking out. He's a cool dude. Thank you, Clint. We'll be back 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT Thursday with more Final Fantasy 13. Where we're going to keep pushing through with this. My hope, like I say, is to have this done next week. Hopefully. But I won't be all that surprised if it goes further. So let's see if there is anything going on. Thanks for the follow, Twitchy One. I hope you've enjoyed what you're seeing here today. Presumably you have, or you wouldn't have pressed the follow button. Crag's doing Persona 5 Strikers. Megumi's doing Machinarium, but it looks like she's finished. I don't know what Escape from Tarkov actually is. I want to take a break from anything Resident Evil related, anyway. So... I keep forgetting to raid people when we're done. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and raid... Let me make sure I know how to spell this. We're going to go and raid my buddy Wham, who is currently playing Diablo 2. I don't think it's in celebration of Diablo 2 Resurrection being announced, because he has been playing a lot of Diablo 1 recently. But we're going to go and raid Wham, who is a cool dude. So if you want to check him out, that'd be really cool. If you don't, understandable, and I hope you have a good day. But yeah, once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Lino for the raid, Twitchy One for the follow. And with that, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. I'm gonna go and raid Wham, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.